Hi my love, welcome to my YouTube channel. Oh, it's not my YouTube channel, but today maybe it's going to be transforming me from this to this. And stay tuned for the transformation.
Jumping straight into the tutorial, guys, I'm going to start by cleaning her face, and for that I'm using my micellar water. I'm going to start with the brows. So for the brows, I'm starting with the Ponds primer. Next up, I'm going to apply this Beauty by AD setting powder in the shade Amber. This will help to mattify the brows. So to draw the brows, I'm going to use the Haagen & Esther brow pomade in the shade Ebony, and I'm going to mix it with this Davis pencil. It's a black shade. I use the Haagen & Esther brow pomade to draw the outline. Before I fill it in, I'm going to use this edge control, and I'm going to use it to put the hairs in place. I really love this edge control, guys. So now that I'm done, to highlight the brows, I'm going to take the Elegant concealers in the shade Fawn and Toast. I'm going to add just a little bit of Toast to the Fawn. So now that I'm done highlighting, for the up part of the brows and the beginning part, I'm going to use my my black Oppo stick foundation in the shade Ebony Brown. I'm going to mix it with the leftover concealer at the back of my palm, and that's what I'm going to be using to highlight the top and the beginning part of the brows. Like, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Take your time to blend, guys. Blending is key, and when you're blending, try to just press it in. Don't drag, okay? Otherwise you're going to move your concealers. So now that I'm done blending that in, I'm going to go ahead and set all those concealers in place, and for that I'm using my V Beauty powder palette, and I'm going to take 2 shades there, and I'm going to use that to set the concealers in place. So moving on to eyeshadow, I'm going to use this Karat gel liner, and I'm going to take that that brown one. Yes, not the black one. I'm going to use this brown one, and I'm going to use this as an eyeshadow base. Next up, I'm going to take a clean brush, and I'll make sure to diffuse the edges like so. Once I'm done doing this, I'm going to go ahead and take the classic blush palette, and I'm going to take this brown shade to transition that base evenly. These eyes are pretty simple, pretty simple. So next up, I'm going to take the darkest shade from my powder palette, and I'm going to use that to set that base in place. You can leave the eyes like this if you want, but the eyes were looking pretty too simple for my liking, so I'm going to take a step further. For that, I'm using this Blossom graphic liner. It's a white graphic liner, and I'm going to use that to draw a little wing like so. So once I'm done with this, the next step, I'm going to go ahead and take the Karat gel liner, but this time around I'm using the black one. I'm going to use that to line her eyes. So next up, I'm going to go ahead and apply glitters. For glitter, I'm using this small one from Classic, and I'm using it with the NYX glitter primer, like so. And that's it for the eyes, guys. Next up, I'm going to take my melanin powder and I'll make sure to blend those edges. I don't joke with this step because I love that place to look well blended. So next up, I'm going to use the mascara to apply on her eyes. Okay guys, next up I'm going to go ahead and apply her lashes, like so. Guys, this is the perfect time to click that red subscribe button down below. Please click the red subscribe button down below, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your notification bell beside it so you don't miss any of my uploads, okay? So moving on, I'm going to go over to my Dr. Rachel face serum, and I'm using this to moisturize her face, like so. Next up, I'm going to take my Cetaphil moisturizer and I'm going to concentrate this product more underneath her eyes. For primer, I'm using my Rimmel Stay Matte primer. Sorry I didn't show you guys, but that's what I'm using right now. So moving on to foundation, I'm going to take the Maybelline foundation and my V Beauty foundation. But before I blend, I make sure to go over it with my setting spray to ease the blending. If you're a beginner, please try to mix the foundation at the back of your palm, then test it at the sides of your client's face to make sure it's their shade before you use it on them. I'm going to use my beauty sponge to make sure I damp everything in. So moving on to contour, I'm using the Black Opal Stick foundation in the shade Ebony Brown. Take your time to blend. Next up is blush. For blush, I'm using this classic lipstick. This is in the shade Hot Flame. A little goes a long way, and if you're using this product, try to work very fast because this product dries down very fast. Otherwise, it's going to leave you with harsh lines to battle with. Work fast. So for concealing, for highlighting rather, I'm going to mix 2 shades of concealer. I know I showed 3, but I ended up using just the also called the Fawn and the Chestnut. Yes, I mixed it together. So to ease the blending, I'm going to use that foundation we used earlier. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, the Black Opal Stick foundation. I'm going to mix it with the leftover concealer at the back of my palm, and I'm going to use it to apply at the bottom part of it so as to ease the blending. Now when you want to blend, make sure you start from bottom to top. If you go straight to the top, you won't really have enough space to do your blending, so start from the bottom. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm using my brush to start from the bottom, and I'll work my way down to the up. Take your time to blend. This video is fast forwarded because of YouTube. So to set her face, I'm using this Beauty by AD setting powders in the shade Amber and Tawny. I'm going to mix it together, and that's what I'm going to use to set. When you're setting, use lesser powder, okay? When you're set, use little powder. It's when you want to bake, that's when you can use plenty powders, okay? So now that I'm done setting the highlighted areas, the next step is to set the rest of the face. So for that, I'm using my V Beauty powder palette, and I'm going to mix a couple of shades from it, by the way, and that's what I'm going to use to set the remaining part of her face. We then set with the setting powder. I actually mixed 3 shades, yeah. So now that I'm done setting, the next step is to go ahead and contour. Make sure you set the powder down her neck, okay? For contour, I'm going to take that darker shade and I'm going to mix it with that the other color next to it. Those two darker shades from my powder palette. Yeah, that's what I'm going to use to contour her face like so. I'm still going to use that powder shade to contour her nose. So next up, I'm going to take this yellow undertone shade, still from that powder palette, and I'm going to use this to make sure I blend the highlights evenly. Yeah, this brush is from my Vikabe brush set, by the way. I really love the fluffiness. It's very soft. So next up for blush, I'm using my classic blush palette and I'm going to mix these two shades together, and I'm going to use this as her blush. So next up, I'm taking that same powder we mixed earlier and I'm going to use that to bake. So this is baking, okay? Baking, you use a lot of powders. I'm going to use that to bake, and I'll make sure to extend the powder down her nose so as to snatch her nose also. And I'm going to use the leftover powder on my beauty sponge, and I'm going to use that to do her reversed contour. So while I'm waiting for the powder to bake, I'm going to go ahead and do her lipstick. I'm using my iMagic lip palette and I'm going to take that nude shade and that purple there. I also added a little bit of that ash color there. Yes, that light ash color at the top. Is it at the top or at my left? I don't know, guys, but yeah, you know what I mean. If I bite my tongue. To line her lips, I'm going to take the Karai gel liner and the Hagan Esther gel liner. I'm going to mix these two together and use that to line her lips like so. You see that the lips is looking a bit pinkish. By the time I add that ash color from that lip palette, it's going to give me a lighter shade. So now I'm pressing the powder in. I prefer to press in than to dust off. So now is the perfect time to bathe in spray. Guys, if you're an OG subscriber, you know I don't joke with this step. I literally soak their face in spray as if they're having their second bath. But I'll make sure to cover my lips, because if you don't know, if you do your lips before your setting spray, make sure to cover your lips, otherwise it's going to pat your lipstick. So while the face is still wet, like so, dripping, I'm going to take my beauty sponge and make sure I damp that setting spray in. Do this and thank me later. It will really help your makeup last longer. So now I'm taking my black gel liner to wing out her tear dot area. For highlighter, I'm using my fave highlighter from Hagan Esther. Guys, look at that glow. Oh goodness. I use this highlighter to highlight all the highlighted areas like so. I'm using it to highlight her brow bone. I'm also going to use it to highlight her nose, and I put a little bit on her tear dots like so. Yeah. So next up, I'm going to go ahead and edge control her hair, and of course I'm going to style her hair for her. guys, look at that glow, look at that. So right now my baby girl is taking pictures and she's on TikTok doing her thing. In case you don't know, she's a stylist. I'm going to leave her handle in the description bar below. So this is the finished look, guys. This is the look all done. She looks so pretty, she looks so beautiful. So guys, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Please give me a thumbs up, guys. It's going to help my videos go far. Give me a thumbs up, comment. Yes guys, drop me comments. Let me know what you think about this look and let me know the looks you want to see on my channel. And please don't forget to subscribe, guys. Please subscribe. I love you guys and I will see you in my next one. Bye my loves.